virtuous woman, virtuous woman.
Hello, welcome back to our show, Virtuous Women TV show. We are here today, as always, to encourage, to empower, to inform, and also to inspire and give you hope. If at all you're going through something, we are here to guide you, to walk with you. So today we are joined by a very wonderful woman who is ready to tell you her story. Her story is very inspiring, very informative. So you're gonna grab your book and a pen. So you're going to welcome her, Karibu, and tell us about yourself and your names. Just a normal introduction.
Oh, okay. Thank you so much, Esther. I really appreciate. Thank you for inviting me to come and share, get a moment to share with us, with the women out there. I am Lydiah Karemi. I'm a counseling psychologist and a marriage and family therapist.
Wow, wonderful, wonderful. You had those who are in marriage, we have a therapist for you, and also those who are in relationships, we are here for you too. So Lydiah, welcome to our show. Here we inspire women and also men. We also take care of them. You can tell us about your journey to career, to what you have learned, what inspired you to be where you are today, and also joining marriage and family therapist, being one of them. So tell us about it, how it has been.
Esther, it's a story. It's a story, and it's a story that I really appreciate. Today morning, I woke up thinking about my developmental stages since the time I was a young girl to the point where I am today, and I discovered that I was a born therapist from the word go.
Interesting. You're talking to one, so I understand.
You know. And though in between, I wouldn't say I got confused. I believe the Lord had a plan for me. The scripture says that God has a plan for us, a plan for a hope and a future. So by the time I was done with my high school, I knew that I wanted to be a teacher. I was very sure about that. And so I did a bachelor's in education, English and literature. So after doing that, I desired to onboard on a master's degree. And something inside of me was witnessing, Lydiah, do a counseling psychology. So Mimi Lydiah ni nani? I go asking, what do you think about counseling psychology? And by then, that was in 2009. Okay. So one of a very influential person in my life was like, Lydiah, counseling haina pesa.
Wow.
So your story achana na. So I went to school, did a master's in literature. And as I was doing my literature studies, as I was in school, I could pick there was something more.
There's still something missing.
There's something missing. Ndio ninasoma, I am not struggling with studies, but there was something more.
Yeah.
And so I finished, and then at some point I did lecturing, and then family came in. But I didn't mention that I am a mother of 4.
Wonderful. 4. You can see how she's looking young.
You know?
Yeah, that's the secret also.
Yes, I'm a mother, I'm a wife, married 13 years in marriage, and I really thank God for that. So at some point, my firstborns are twins. So when I got pregnant with the twins, the pregnancy was a bit complex. It was a bit risky, and I had to like join my husband in business. Niache maneno ya kufundisha na nisahau kabisa.
All right.
So I get into business, and as I was running the business with him, something too ilikuwa inaniambia, Lydiah, there is more that you can do. There is more that you need to get into. And by God's grace, this is when our destiny helpers come in. One of the ladies that was close to me came and told me, Lydiah, I feel you need to do counseling psychology.
Wow.
And I was like, and why not? Because all I'm doing is bringing up these young children and taking care of my family. So I decided to do my higher diploma in counseling psychology. And Esther, let me tell you, that I got home.
I like that.
I discovered this is what I really, really desire.
That was the missing part of it,
Exactly. Sitting down, listening to people, helping them to find solutions, you know, encouraging them. I think that was it.
Wow. And let me just remind our viewers, if you find yourself, from what Lydia has just said, if you find yourself in that constance, looking for something which is missing in you, I would say go back and sit and do a self-reflection.
Yes.
Go back to that lane of memory, go back to where you have come from, and just try to figure out what is this missing. And before going to asking your mentors, about whoever you call them, like Lydia, it's just gone, they might mislead you, telling you that no, that area, haina pesa. You might not be looking for money.
Yes.
Because I'm sure Lydia, when she got whatever she wanted, money did not come first. Money followed. And that is what we call living your purpose.
Yes.
And let me tell you, let me ask you something, Lydia. I hear people say, before I became a therapist, I used to do therapy without knowing I'm doing therapy. I was giving solution to people, giving direction. Have you ever found yourself in that position before going back to school to do diploma in counseling?
Yes. Yes, I did. I maybe I can give a bit of my walk, my Christian walk with God. I'm born again.
Wow.
I'm born again. I love God. And the moment I think my purpose, God started shaping my purpose from the moment I gave my life to Christ.
All right.
Because I found myself serving in the youth ministry, walking journeys with the young people.
Yeah.
I remember I established a girls ministry.
Wow.
At that young age in our church, and up to date, the girls ministry, it's called Rebecca's ministry.
Wow.
It's still running.
Wow.
So I would sit down, listen to people. Amazingly, even people that were older than me would come for support and advice and ask me, Lydia, what do you think? What should I do here?
Yes.
And I didn't fail to give my advice.
And they were of sense
Yes.
to the people who are coming for them.
Up to date, some of them call me and tell me, Lydia, you know, you advised me when you are a young girl, and it really, really helped me.
Okay.
So it's a journey that I began from. I didn't know where God was taking me,
Okay.
but I think that was where the beginning, the journey began.
All right. Now you have gone to business. Now you're back now to, still there's something missing. Now you have found it.
Yeah.
What next? What did you do? How did you come to decide I want to be a marriage and family therapist? And I just chose from the
Hey, hapana. I must say that I really took time to pray, because you know the discomfort that I was feeling inside would make me feel hopeless, helpless, sad. I would have bouts of sadness and you know, even irritability when when I'm called and asked to do things, then I feel sijiski, this is not it. So I decided to begin a serious journey with God, asking God, what do you want with me? Where do you want me to be?
True.
And I will not leave until you tell me what you want. I would take long times of prayer and fasting. I would read, I would listen to myself. And I remember one day God is speaking to me and telling me, Lydia, I'd like you to walk journeys with my people.
Wow.
God spoke it to me. So by the time this mentor is coming to me to tell me, Lydia, consider doing counseling psychology, I had already picked it in the spirit.
Okay.
And even before that, I'd also experienced postpartum depression.
No. Okay.
So
that's a whole story of another day.
You know?
Yeah.
So I wondered, wait, when people go through depression, where do they go to?
Yeah.
How do they they even solve? How do they find help? How do they cope? And in the process, I discovered, wait, there are people that help people deal with mental health issues. And so by the time I was getting into this, I had an idea. This is it. This is what I wanted.
Wow. And how has it been now? Now that you have been practicing it for quite some time, how has it been?
Allow me to mention that the moment I got into counseling psychology, there were options to do child psychology, to do adolescent psychology, to do marriage and family therapy. But I had picked a gap that there were couples, even with amongst the couples that I was
the circle you were in,
circle I was in, there were couples that needed support, but they didn't know where to go
to get the support.
All right, and I also had there was just something inside of me that desired to see marriages work.
Okay.
And at some point, God told me, God gave me the word, you know, my farm is called Aish Lover's Nest.
Wow.
Aish Consort, Aish Lover's Nest. And I remember Aish means excited, I for ignited, S for satisfied homes.
Wow.
So I knew whatever I was going to do. My mission was to build excited, ignited, satisfied homes. So that is marriage and family. And I focused on the marriage when I was doing my higher diploma, and then now later on I did another master's now in marriage and family therapy.
Okay, okay.
So the journey has been beautiful. Let me say that, working with couples.
Yeah,
it's been challenging.
Yeah,
of course, because you get there are different dynamics around marriages, around families, but God's grace is so sufficient.
Yeah.
You realize that Esther, every couple is very unique.
Yeah.
The issues they come and present to you will never, you know, hazifanani na za wale wengine.
Exactly. Okay, I wanted to say something about counseling. There was someone who was saying that being a therapist, you have to be somewhere up there because you have to solve so many problems and there is no one fit all solution. Everybody comes with their own problem and you have to give them a solution which is tailor-made to them and their problem.
Yes.
So I understand what you say. When you're dealing with several couples, you have so many things. So let me ask you something, Lydia. When you're, what is that gives you satisfaction in your work? I know I am a therapist myself, and what is that gives you satisfaction? You say, wow, I thank God I'm in this field. What is that?
So what gives me satisfaction, one, is receiving a couple or an individual that is straining or struggling. And when they are looking for solutions, then I sit down, listen to them, at times help them explore their emotions.
Yes.
They deal with their heart and the wounds that they've been experiencing, and then now seeing the individuals excited and warming up towards finding solutions for their own issues.
Exactly.
That gives me so much joy. At times I find couples who come and tell me, you know what, Lydia, we just need you to confirm that we are not meant for each other. We are incompatible, you know? And so when they come having given up or feeling like this is the end, walking the journey with them, helping them realize that, by the way, it's not as serious
as we think.
You know, we can find solutions. We can find mechanisms that can help your marriage stand and stand firm. I think that really gives me so much joy.
Very good.
So much.
Now, it is very interesting. This era we are living in, they believe that marriage is a scam. It does not work. If someone is watching us na kwa sasa hapo kwa marriage is a scam, hapo ndio amefika nasema mi huyu I'm giving him like 3 months. If it doesn't work, I'm out of it. What would you tell that person who is watching you and ako pale kwa marriage is a scam? This thing was not supposed to be like this. Ama hii yangu haifanani na zingine. What do you tell that person?
Well, that's interesting. Esther, I must say that I've been there. Within the 13, by the time you're 13 years in marriage,
you have gone all through the stages.
Yes. And at some point you felt like marriage is a scam. So at times I borrow from my own experiences.
True.
And this is what I'd say. Marriage is dynamic, and it's not a walk in the park. And it is not as easy as we expect when we are getting into the marriage. But I must say, if you put your energy in working on your marriage as a couple, not as an individual, because I'm also aware that there are marriages whereby one person is willing to work on the marriage, well,
the other one is like, I'm done.
There is so much that can be done in marriages to ensure that marriages work. When God brings two people together. There's a book that I was reading this morning. It's called God is a Matchmaker.
Yeah.
When God brings two people together, he has a purpose for these two people.
Yes.
He understands very well that these people come from different backgrounds. He understands that their personalities are different.
Yes, yes.
Levels of incompatibility can be, you know, on up there. But God understands very well the purpose that he has for these two people when he brings them together. And it is very important that you take your time and evaluate from a point of godliness.
Yes, yes.
God, what did you want? What was in your mind when you brought me and my husband together, or me and my wife together?
Yes.
The moment you seek the purpose from a prayerful perspective,
yes,
from a, you know, a reflective perspective, then it becomes much easier to even make the decision whether you stick and work at this marriage or not.
Yes.
I must also mention this, that there are different resources that you can take advantage of to ensure that you deal and fix your marriage. Like now, for example, seeing a marriage therapist is one of the ways with which...
Yes. I think we should make it so clear that this misconception about therapy are for a certain group of people. It is even, actually, I tell people, therapy is not just for a person who is going through challenging moments.
No.
It is even for you who thinks that things are going on well.
Yeah.
You need someone, you can just talk about whatever is happening in your life, and they give their own perspective, and then from there, you get some fuel to move on.
Very true. Very true.
That is very powerful, that go back, reflect, go from a godly perspective.
Yes.
As you have said, God is a matchmaker.
Yes.
And he brings you together, not just as a coincidence. For a reason. And now, there's something else I also tell people, and I believe you do that too. People believe that I'm married to a monster.
Yeah.
Ask yourself, what is my role in whatever situation it is in? But when you see it from now your personal perspective, now it is me. You're becoming a judge of your own.
Yes.
You might even understand your partner. Now the other group. Young adults. Ndio wanajaribu kuona this thing called marriage. I have seen it. I have heard about it. And I'm not very sure whether I want to get into it. Or kwa fence. What do you tell them?
I'll tell them that marriage is very rewarding.
Yes.
You know, the companionship, sharing of ideas.
Yes.
You, as in having someone that you can share your dreams, your aspirations, your thoughts with.
Yes.
Someone that you can hold hands and pray together over different things, issues of life. Someone that you can walk journeys with. Marriage is very rewarding. And I encourage young adults, consider marriage.
Yeah.
But by the time you're considering marriage, try to figure your purpose in life.
Exactly.
So that by the time you're also choosing who you're getting married to,
you can align.
Exactly. So you don't find yourself getting married to someone mwenye haget unaenda wapi, unaanza wapi, or by the time, you know, you at the beginning you need to build expectations.
Yes.
Like this is the direction I'd love to take. This is where I want to be. So this is the kind of support I need.
Yes.
So figure yourself out. Figure your strengths. Figure your weaknesses. You know, what are your opportunities and your threats? Do a SWOT analysis, and then with that. Make decisions being aware of who you really are. So that you don't get into a marriage seeking validation from your partner.
Exactly.
Having validated yourself. Yes.
When you validate, even if someone says otherwise, you know who you are. That's very powerful. And I believe our viewers are learning something. Now, Lydia, being in the field of marriage therapist, there's something maybe you have gotten there's a common concern. When you're in this field, there's a common concern, and you feel if I just get an opportunity to speak to people about a certain concern, this is a solution I can give. If I give it to someone, they still have a starting point. So maybe you can tell us out of your own experience being in the field of marriage therapist, what is that concern you have found, and how can you maybe address it to give a solution to someone else who is also going through it and hawajafika kwako. Wako tu pale wakifikiria hii hapana, it's not working for me. So that's common. You know it is not, we have just said we are all unique.
Yes.
But we have a common concern, even if in different shades, it is also common, bottom line.
Yeah.
But you feel like you can get a solution. If you get this one, you can now have a starting point to go on.
Okay, so one of the things that I've really picked is quite common amongst marriages that I've interacted with is we have a challenge with the friendship and affection.
Yes.
Many couples get into marriage, and I think the roles and the responsibilities of life overtake them.
Yes.
To the extent that they forget about each other.
Yes.
So the friendship you were sharing with your partner, the affection and attention you are giving each other, kinda erodes.
Yeah.
The moment it erodes, sasa you start like you hear marriages whereby couples are competing, whereby couples are comparing parts. You know, think about this way. When you have a friend that you really, really love, someone that you really, really appreciate, how often would you want to compete with them?
No, you should be complimenting them. You
really
compete whatever they are doing.
Yes, you'd want to be there for them. You want to be with them. You want to support them and all that. So it's very critical that that couples give some touch to the friendship that you always had when you were dating, or the way, no matter how old the marriage is, always come back together. Go out on dates. Go out and spend time together, away even from the children, if God has blessed you with the children. You know, ask each other, where are you at? Where are you going? Where are we going? You know? Also, pick the changes that are taking place in the marriage, because there is always a change that is coming. Kids, when number 1 is coming, number 2, number 3, you know, jobs, change of careers, you know, all those
even
are the
change of age. You're also growing.
Yes, you're growing.
So interest changes.
So you discover that this change can easily strain you if you're not walking the journey together. And I think I've been there, I've experienced that, whereby there have been, you know, you realize that with the change of careers and what, we've experienced some form of strain here and there. At some point we're in agreement, we are running the business together.
Again, you want to go your way.
I want to go my way. I want to do therapy, you know. And there are moments I felt like my husband didn't understand me. There are moments that he felt like I did not understand him. So maybe if we really took time to take a step by step, address the change, address the feelings that I had, address the desires that I had deeply, si kupitia tu juju, okay, then our friendship would not have been affected in any way. But I thank God because we've been able to figure things out, and now we are comfortably running the business, and
You're also doing your things.
I'm doing my thing comfortably.
That's wonderful. So you can agree to meet in the middle, supporting each other. So remember, it is not about competition with your spouse, because I think that is where most people go wrong. When you feel like, oh, you can do that, I can do better. You're cheating. I can cheat twice. You know, that is how we are. No, Lydia, there's something I have been seeing. It's common. There's this stage. Oh, you have met your spouse. You are happy. You are so common. Oh, you like fish. I like fish too. And then abrupt poof. I no longer love fish. I don't even love football. I don't even know what I saw in you. What would you tell those people when they were at the beginning everything was perfect? They would even wear matching attires.
Yes.
And all of a sudden now, I don't feel comfortable wearing that.
Resentment has already maybe checked in sometimes.
There are those people, I'm sure they're in that stage. They're no longer, and even they're wondering, what did I see in this person? What attracted me to this person? And now they feel like, do I really want to move on with this person? What would you tell them before they make that decision of I'm out? What would you tell those people?
So this is what I'd say. What you're going through is normal.
Very true. Very true.
We've gone through that, right?
Very true.
And many that have been ahead of us have gone through that. That is very normal. How you manage through that period or through that season is what is very critical. Because now, at some point, you are very excited about each other. You spent a lot of time with each other. You went on holidays. You loved the way you walked, the way you dressed, and all that. And then suddenly, there's some bits of your spouse that now you do not
Irritates
like,
you.
that are irritating you. That is this is the what causes this is the differences.
Yes.
Right. One, maybe they're not reasoning the way you're reasoning. They're not seeing things the way you're seeing things. They're not perceiving things the way you're perceiving things. And it's important that we understand before we came together, we were individuals.
Very true.
So the confusion between togetherness and individuality,
Yes.
I think hapo ndio shida inakuanga.
Exactly.
Sana sana,
Exactly.
okay? So as a couple, sit down and ask, who are you before we are?
Yeah.
You know, who are you before we are? What are your gifts? What are your strengths? What are your dreams? What are your interests? Then as a couple, who are we?
Yeah.
Now, build yourselves as a team and also build yourselves
As an individual,
individuals. So that
yeah.
we don't have one that lost themselves. We don't
Yes.
have one that bought into the vision of the other. Then now also understand that you're weak. Everybody has their
have your own
weaknesses.
yeah.
You have your shortcomings,
Yes,
yes.
yes.
So you want the other person to feel the weight of their weaknesses.
Yes, and you don't
ikae
want
ni
to-
kama wewe you're perfect.
You're perfect, yeah.
No one
It
is
against us,
perfect. And Christ expects us to appreciate one another
Yes.
and to love each other no matter our weaknesses and no matter our shortcomings.
Very true.
Yeah, so what I would advise is if there's something that really irritates you about your partner, if it's something that can be changed, communicate.
Yes.
How-
Communication is key.
It is key. Communicate. I don't like it when you throw your socks under the bed or under the sofa.
All
whatever.
over the place, from the sitting to bedroom.
Yes, I communicate it and help your partner to fix that issue. He may not fix it like immediately, but look for mechanisms with which you can be able to handle that.
Very good. I hope you're getting something from whatever we are saying, and you're feeling that you're getting information. Now there is this group of people. They are not married. Na mtu amefika pale 20 to 29. It's a lady. They feel like they want to get married. And they have been seeing this man for maybe 2-3 years. I have been having that question. I've been getting that question, and I would like Lydia to help me answer this one. Since she's in marriage therapy, and marriage does not just mean marriage. She's also in relationship.
Yes.
So, and how long? Let me just ask the question they ask me. How long is long enough to be in courtship? Yes.
Wow, that's interesting.
Very interesting.
And I know it doesn't have there's no definite time.
Yeah.
Because there are couples that have been in relationships for long enough, 10 years, 5 years, 7 years. There's some that date even for 3 months and they are married.
Exactly.
And by God's grace, marriage yao ina make it. I'd say one, there's no definite answer for that. Number two, you need to be very careful that you also don't stick in a situationship.
Yeah.
Whereby-
Situationship. Get that right.
Situationship. That's a relationship where your relationship is not defined. You've dated this guy for 2 years and he's not giving direction. Or even this lady, you're having conversations that are, geared towards marriage, but ni kama hayuko sure.
Yes, yes.
If you find yourself in such a position, then you're in a situationship.
Yes.
You don't know kama utaka kwa hii relationship for
I'm about to go to the next one.
So it's of importance that you ask this question. Where are we at? Take an analysis of your relationship. We've been here, we've done this. And maybe even you've considered taking premarital counseling.
Yes.
Now ask yourselves, where are we going?
So it is okay to ask direct questions.
Yes.
Where are we going?
Whether you are a lady or a man.
Yeah.
Because I know many ladies shy away from asking their boyfriends.
They're waiting for the lead. If we say we are going for 2-3 years, she's there following. So they should understand, where are we going?
Yes.
Where is our relationship?
Going. Exactly.
So you get it, eh? Hiyo swali najua sasa mtakuwa mnaniuliza sana. You have gotten the answer. Maybe someone has heard you, Lydia, and she is interested to learn more from you. Maybe she would like to follow you on socials. She might even want to, I don't know why I have a problem of she. I think it's because I'm a she. Okay. They want to follow you on social. They want to maybe visit you in your office. How can they get to you?
Oh, okay. So it's quite easy to get me. You can get me on call. Our office line is 0729795131. Also, you can check me up on Facebook, Lydia Karimi, and also on Instagram, Lydia Karimi 55. You can comfortably reach out and find me. So my office is at the Spa Mall.
Wow.
Thika Road.
All right.
So just make an appointment, book an appointment, and then you're gonna find me there. And I can't wait to meet and have conversations and find solutions around some of these questions that we have in life.
Marriage has so many questions. So thank you so much for always supporting us and always being there to listen and to watch and also to give us feedback. So we are looking forward. I am your host, Esther Kingori. I'm also a coach and a therapist also. So it was wonderful hosting my co-therapist. See us. I'm going to see you next Friday and each and every other Friday. From here we say bye-bye.
Bye-bye.
I'm a virtuous woman.